Hi everybody, welcome to the Keeping It Real Reality Check Show. I'm your host, Keeping It Real, and this is my reality check for you today. Hey, check it out. Today's reality check is going to be about the Department of Homeland Security's new headquarters. It's like a 172-acre headquarters built in Washington, D.C. It's actually going to be built in a renovated St. Elizabeth's Hospital. Now, I know a lot of people don't know about it. Matter of fact, I didn't even know about St. Elizabeth's Hospital, at least the details of it. I knew I heard something about it a long time ago. It turns out that St. Elizabeth's Hospital is the first government-run insane asylum. Yep, that's right. It's a mental asylum for the criminally insane. That's where they used to, do surgeries on the brain, autopsies, shock therapy, all sorts of crazy shit, trying to figure out, how the mind worked. At least, that's what they said. It was also home for MKULTRA's mind control experiments in the 50s. So it's pretty interesting shit that the Department of Homeland Security, what I deem to be close to the most evil organization, which is currently buying is now at 2.4 billion rounds of ammunition. Not only are they buying American rounds of ammunition, like the 9mm and the 223, but they're also buying a lot of AK-47 rounds, Russian-made armory, guns, and rounds. So they're now, that number in the last 2 years has grown from just a few $100,000 purchases all the way up to 2.4 billion rounds. That's enough to sustain a war on the American people, man, for 30, 40 years. And the same organization that is deeming American patriots, people who are constitutionalists, pro-life, gun right people, freedom of speech people, terrorists. So that's just a little background, but let's go back to this St. Elizabeth's and what it is and how it's kind of creepy that the Department of Homeland Security is building their $3.4 billion headquarters on top of a renovated St. Elizabeth mental asylum. Like I said, it's the first government-run mental asylum in the country, which was founded, I believe, in 1855. So they've been doing this shit a long time. They've been experimenting on the mind and learning how it works ever since then. You can actually Google it and get lots of pictures of operation tables. There's actually still to this day, I think it's a couple thousand brains that are still in glass jars. There's still 15,000 people, mentally insane people that they experimented on, buried on the grounds of this new Department of Homeland Security's headquarters. So that's pretty creepy. What's even creepier is that people have petitioned to get those bodies, dug up and buried somewhere else, more decent. But the Department of Homeland Security has refused to do so. So, in essence, they are building the Department of Homeland Security, which is America's first tyrannical federal police force, on top of 15,000 dead bodies that were, operated on the level of the things that Hitler did to a lot of the people, in his camps. So that's kind of creepy to me, and the Illuminati like to do things that way, and it's just pretty odd that that they're doing it, and it's pretty cool that it's become public that they're doing that. It just goes to speak on the amount of evil that the Department of Homeland Security really is. I mean, they're not willing to dig up the bodies and rebury them somewhere else. They're just going to build right on top of them. That's pretty sick, guys. I don't care who you are. That's desecrating the bodies, and they're going to use it as, the evil of this world likes it that way. I mean, I don't know how to explain it anymore. So, if you're interested, that's an interesting subject to check into. Also to note about St. Elizabeth's and the federal government who was running it at the time with MKUltra's mind control program, which was actually made up of a bunch of scientists who came from Hitler's regime, all the crazy doctors during Operation Paperclip. They came here and started working in the 50s, and then so that mind control shit was still going on well after the war with the Germans. So that's definitely something I think everybody should Google, check out. I think it's pretty, evil, pretty dirty, that the Department of Homeland Security, the #1 organization that's violating our privacy, they're encroaching upon our, our freedom of speech and just doing some pretty fucked up shit that is totally un-American in this country. So, way over budget, and the budget, man, $3.4 million, $3.4 billion for this complex. That's insane, folks. We got a lot of people starving in America. The country is in an economic downfall, and we're spending $3.4 billion just so we can put all these agencies together in one area where they can just communicate better so they can screw us over. So, and the fact that they're doing it at a mental asylum where they used to operate on people and shock therapy and do all sorts of cruel, nasty, dirty shit to them, that's pretty fucked up. Oh yeah, another tidbit too is that there's a type of abuse of humanity lawsuit going on, and there was actually a settlement, where the family members of the victims of the people that were operated on at St. Elizabeth are looking to be compensated for the cruelties that were acted out on their family members. And the federal government has yet to pay up on that settlement. So lots of crazy shit about that. There's another thing I want to talk about too, that I was talking to a recent graduate of Central High School here in Grand Haven, Michigan. Told me something very interesting and that I kind of like. That at the high school, Central High School in Grand Haven, you can cuss all day long. It's kind of like an alternative ed school, I guess, but it's a large one. And you can cuss all day long. You can say shit, you can say fuck, you can say bitch, you can say that. But there are two words that'll get you sent to the office. And I find that most interesting, that these two words are ratchet, which I didn't know what that meant. But the person I was talking to told me that ratchet is just another derogatory term for whore. So I understand that one. If ratchet means whore and you're calling another girl a ratchet, then okay, all right, you get sent to the office. But it's the other one that strikes me as curious. Illuminati. That's right. The kids at Central High School here in Grand Haven, Michigan are using the word a lot, Illuminati. When the teacher says something in the class and a student will pipe up and say, that's the Illuminati, sent to the principal's office. That's interesting to me. Students, my source, which is a good source, says that the kids are drawing, the Illuminati pyramid on the chalkboards and talking all about the Illuminati. So, and that actually gives me a little hope for mankind in regards that I actually thought that these kids weren't thinking about it, but it turns out they are. And once my generation is done, if the New World Order isn't implemented at that time, then what we have is a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds right now, 17-year-olds, that are going to grow up well aware of who the Illuminati are. And so if the New World Order doesn't fulfill its agenda in my generation, then we have another generation that'll follow the fight and continue it. So that's basically it, guys. This is Keeping It Real. As always, I'm doing my best to keep it real and give you a reality check that matters. So that's it. Peace out, folks, and enjoy your Saturday.